You put a 2-year-old child in a crib with a bunny rabbit and an apple? Let me know when the child eats the bunny rabbit and plays with the apple.
Welcome to the Cannabis Vegan. I'm Jason Logan. On today's show, we're going to be looking at the 2016 Cannabis Entrepreneur Summit, where we'll be diving a bit deeper into the Canopy Boulder project with Patric Rae as he breaks down and shares how to become active in the cannabis industry. This and more from the Cannabis Vegan.
But I notice you have clothes on, and I notice that you have a cell phone and you have a computer. It is unfair to pick one thing that lions do that you want to mimic when you don't want to mimic anything else they do. When lions walk up and greet each other, they sniff each other's ass. When I came in this room, you did not kneel down and sniff my ass.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the Cannabis Vegan. So before we get started today with the 2016 Entrepreneur Summit, I would like to go over and share cannabis vegan information, cannabis free information. And this message also is pertained to Max Simon. When cannabis information is being explained, you or anyone else has no control over the very being that is cannabis. Cannabis is in the spotlight. Not you, not your ego, not money pits, or anything else that is trying to be a part and drag cannabis veganism down. True, full spectrum cannabis veganism is here. Cannabis is free for everyone and has no ego. Black, white, purple, pink, straight, gay, it doesn't matter. It is here to help all humans, every sentient being, and every part of our Mother Earth. When we look at information in itself, especially cannabis information, the more involved that we are, the more that we can help assist so many others that need this love, this peace, love, and greens all around. When we have a specific element, life or death, a moment to second basis, where people are depending on this information, are depending on being able to be a part of the information that can help save their friends, their family, themselves, this whole world. But to hand out information at up to $200 for a class that only the rich or some elite can pay for is absurd. Because what you really should be thinking is giving the class at what you can provide. And if you can't provide anything, it is still free for you, because cannabis needs all the participation. This is who's in the spotlight. Not your ego, not the money pit that people are trying to attach it to, or anything else. It is here for all of us. Free food in medicine. Free food and medicine and information on a full spectrum cannabis vegan. Here we go, guys. I'm trying to help explain to you guys, the more that we participate and do our homework, the further that this cannabis will appreciate us all. But to look at these younglings here, these beautiful younglings that is just entering, just observing this quantum reality, taking in the quantum photons. To say that it can't grow or spread its love or its information without my knowing, my knowledge or approval of money is unacceptable. Max at Green Flower, you or anyone else will not stop me or anyone else for bringing free cannabis information to the masses. We, the people, deserve cannabis veganism for all. I wouldn't charge you to be a part of the greatest being of all life, and nor would it charge you. So, as we look further into this 2016 Cannabis Entrepreneur Summit, I want everyone to realize to share, like, and comment with everybody. This information is free and will be continued to be spread all over the world. I thank you for stopping by. There is a lot more to come from the Cannabis Vegan. In about 2 months' time, we will be having an amazing summer, and so much is transpiring and so much is coming down the pipeline. So I encourage you to tune in, and there's always going to be more from the Cannabis Vegan. A namaste.
Without further ado, I'd like to bring on our first speaker, Patric Rae of Canopy Boulder. Please give him a warm round of applause.
Thank you, Max. Good morning. My name is Patric Rae, and I first want to thank the people at Green Flower Media for putting on this summit. It's been a lot of work, and I think it's a fantastic opportunity for the people online to learn more about what's happening in the cannabis industry. But before I begin, I want to acknowledge this fantastic faculty that Green Flower has put together. This is a group of not only business leaders, but also leaders in the cannabis legalization movement. We're talking about people like Steve D'Angelo, Chris Crane, Meg Sanders, and the like, and everyone else on the panels. Because as you become a member of the cannabis industry, you become a steward and a champion of the cannabis legalization movement. So let's give everyone a warm round of applause for being part of this program. So first things first, we're going to talk today about what I think many in this room and on the panel would agree is one of the major problems of the cannabis industry. Without solving this problem, we're going to see the industry potentially fracture, have unmet market needs, slowed growth, and an unclear and unsustainable future. And it's something that by being part of this program today, by signing in and watching the videos, you can help solve. And that is a shortage of human capital in the cannabis industry. The hardest thing today for business owners in the cannabis industry is to find strong team members. More so than many other industries, there's a lot of stigma about becoming a professional in the cannabis industry. So what we're going to try to do today is talk a little bit about how to find your place in the cannabis industry. All right? This is about entering the industry as an entrepreneur and hopefully realizing your dreams. So, who am I and why do I get to talk about this? I started my journey into the cannabis industry in 2013 with a group of partners. We started doing due diligence on the space and trying to figure out what was the best opportunity for us to bring our skills into the industry and have an impact, a meaningful impact long term. After about a year of due diligence, we decided to launch a business accelerator and early stage investment fund called Canopy Boulder. So what is Canopy Boulder? Canopy Boulder is a early stage, seed stage, mentor-driven business accelerator and investment fund focused on the cannabis industry, focused on ancillary products and services. That's data, software, tech, media, Internet of Things. Because we wanted to help provide the infrastructure for the industry as it grew. In addition, we've now helped launch 29 different companies in the cannabis industry. That's 29 different teams, 29 different pitch decks, 29 different markets, fundraisers, competitive landscapes, and journeys. And through that, we feel that we've been able to help quite a few people find their place in the cannabis industry. So let's get to it, okay? First things first, let's talk about how we're going to do this. I'm going to break it down basically in 5 steps, okay? 5 steps to find your place in the cannabis industry. And I feel like if you can follow those 5 steps, if you can join me in this journey of understanding those 5 steps, I think you will be able to come out of this event, or at least my talk, with a good understanding of what you might do come Monday morning, okay? So first things first, let's go through the 5 really quick, cut to the chase, okay? First things first, you need to get active, right? You need to join the industry, be present. Half of life is showing up, so show up. Second, assess yourself, right? Be honest, understand your talents, your weaknesses, right? Third thing is to find your niche. Start studying the industry and understand where your skills can be applied for the greatest gain for not only yourself and your team, but also the industry's benefit. Fourth thing, start building your team, okay? Start looking for those partners that are going to help you. And fifth, execute, okay? So those are the 5 things that we're going to be talking about today. So first up is going to be, First up is getting active. Okay, so how do you do that? You might be surprised that you are surrounded by the cannabis industry, okay? In the United States today, there are, I think the support is nearly 60% for legalization. There's a lot of meetups, there's podcasts, there's newsletters, there's events that you can go to and start your journey, because without an understanding of the market you're joining, it's going to be really hard to do all the other things, right? Okay, so let me give you a couple recommendations. For podcasts, I'm a big fan of Marijuana Today, Canna Insider, newsletters, MJ Biz Daily, The Cannabis, and events. Go to meetup.com. You're going to be blown away with the number of actual events that are out there. So get out, get online, get out and be in person with people in the industry, and start making those connections. So second, once you've done that, or actually in parallel with doing that, you need to start assessing yourself, okay? Through our careers, our talents and skill sets develop in ways sometimes we don't even really acknowledge. So our advice to entrepreneurs is to start talking. Start talking with the people you respect, the people that you've worked with. If that means you need to talk to grandma, right? Or the boss that fired you 3 years ago, go ahead and do that. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'll have to say, you know, from the experiences of the 29 different teams that we've worked with over the last couple of years, we found that there's a very, 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 very small percentage of people that when they come out of the cannabis closet to their friends and colleagues, they find a negative reaction. Overwhelmingly, this is a positive thing for a lot of people, and I think you should not be afraid to start talking about your vision, your goals, and start asking people, hey, what am I good at? Really, be honest with me. Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight. Because once you understand what you're